Brilliant, guys. Right, Carl here from Games Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life with, of course, White Raven Down. How cool is this? Right, Aoniafest III.
Oh yeah,
Brilliant.
And it's well away from where you guys kind of tend to localise, basically.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We like to tread further afield.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to win fans over by playing on your doorstep.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is ultimately you've got to spread yourself as far wide as possible. And you guys, your mantra, the way you behave and act on social media, you seem to have your finger on the pulse, basically, of how it's supposed to be modern day for a band.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, you must know you're doing it, right? There's the difference between us walking around and going, oh my goodness me, there's a tablet there, and it's playing a White Raven Down video, and there's leaflets and this and so on. But you must be aware, obviously, how much music has changed, obviously, since you guys have been a band and so on. Yeah. It's not the 90s anymore. You can't sell millions and millions of albums anymore.
No.
So you're obviously approaching it a little bit differently. You are aware of the push of social media.
Yep, absolutely.
I've heard of it.
To do these days.
Yeah. But it's basically how you've created an incredible following, and to the point where people are coming far afield with White Raven Down t-shirts.
Yeah, we're very lucky. Very lucky.
Very loyal fans.
Do you see familiar faces, or do you all the time, or you ever at that stage going, I've never seen that person in my life and they're wearing a t-shirt?
There's been one or two times where we've seen someone wearing our t-shirt. Like, who are you?
Yeah. What is quite encouraging is that people who do see us somewhere, whether Wales, Midlands, whatever, and then we go to the opposite side of the country and you see that same face wearing that same t-shirt that they bought that show. And then you get to be in first name terms with that person, and it becomes a friendship because it is a bond between, without sounding like cliche, but there is a definite bond between a band and its fans. Excuse me. And that's a freaking awesome thing. We couldn't ask for anything more.
It's almost about keeping it personal first, and then hey, sweet, if you end up 10 years down the line, you're in Russia and people are wearing White Raven Down t-shirts, then I guess job done.
Well, the way we like to talk, mate, we're still trying to talk to them. None of their English.
But not only that as well, on an event like today, you're sharing a stage with what arguably is the cream of current up-and-coming UK bands, amongst others as well. And you have to not necessarily stand out, but share the stage with peers and people who look to you as influences.
You've got to have that bit something different as well, especially when you're playing with bands of such calibre.
Of course, of course, as well, being the only all-male band on the stage.
And we now have a new gimmick as well, which is breaking the bass string in the first song.
And then we had to play it. Oh dear! I don't know how we recovered. Did we recover? No, we didn't recover.
Did we recover?
Yeah, that's the thing. We talked and laughed during it because ultimately a situation is one of those that you can't plan for. It happens. It's terrible. But how do you handle that when you're on stage? Do you storm off and get all upset? You don't. You play your guitar, you have a bit of fun. And the smiles on everyone's faces while all that's going on, it just ends up endearing everyone more to you.
You can't let on to people that it's gone wrong, even when it's gone very obviously wrong.
And we're used to people laughing at us as well.
So, considering this is also being put on, this fest, by a band ultimately that is trying to grow itself as well, it's almost like everyone's helping each other out here. Do you find that as well? And how important is it for yourselves to help each other? Basically, you all need to hold hands, right?
It's a major thing for everyone.
We've been working on building relationships with other bands for a long time now. There's certain bands that we work with on a regular basis, and it's nice to have that support to start something.
As long as we're all standing together, we all have the same goal, and it's not a fight between everyone.
Everyone's stronger together. Sorry, is that your?
No, I just say that everyone wants to get there, and it's not point to fighting them. It's better to help them and encourage them with you, we
are stronger together. We really are.
Nowadays, even more so as well, considering how quickly you can be buried if you're not constantly out there. You go quiet for 6 months and you're done. So ultimately as well, the camaraderie on the live circuit, particularly in our country, I don't think you'd survive without it, right?
Yeah,
definitely not.
Of course, in the UK, we've got all the blooming commercial. Can we swear on it? We've got the commercial bullshit that's still going on, fucking X Factor and all that crap.
Yeah.
And it's live music that is really, everyone who doesn't like that shit can, get involved with what,
You've told him
we
he can
do.
swear and now you've opened the floodgate.
Yeah.
I've never heard him swear so much.
The whole
cover
scene.
extreme horror, so 8 or over 18 is the standard.
We need to have a chat about that because we're fans of the same films.
The whole underground music scene in rock and metal and everything it's incredible in the country.
Yeah.
So it's just great to be a part of it as well, really, isn't it? And to know everyone.
We're now at the stage where it's October. How has 2019 overall been for you? Do you feel like you've accomplished a lot this year, or just been trucking along?
I think we've accomplished quite a lot in just getting our name out there and getting to play and further afield. As we said, we need to find new places to play with new bands.
Yeah.
And that's the only way to get your name out there. And we've done that quite well this year, I think.
I don't think I've ever travelled so far in the UK as we have this year.
Yeah.
We've been as far. I mean, we're in Essex, so we're right over to the east coast, and we travelled to Wales over on the west coast, and then also we travelled north. We've been in Scotland this year, played festivals. Really, because we're a young band. Our first EP came out 14 months ago. You know? It's for a band. That's pretty good going. We've done well. We have done well. Shit goes wrong.
Sounds like you're trying to convince yourself.
Yeah, I mean, obviously real life affects everything, but you also sound like you're proud of yourself, but only, I guess it's almost the English way to underplay your achievements a little bit. It's kind of the English way, right?
We're very British. Yes.
You've got to keep your feet on the ground.
So what about the rest of the year then? And without going into all of 2020, what's happening going forward, basically?
We've got a bit coming up in the next couple of months, haven't we? We've got a new music video coming out next Friday.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Can't tell you any more details than that.
Oh yeah, that's fine. It's basically a YouTube channel will come next Friday. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. And the good thing about that is that that song has been produced by Ramesh Dodangoda, who produced Motorhead, Bullet from a Valentine, Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, all gone.
Okay, so very talented. Yeah.
Oh god, the guy's a genius.
Oh yeah.
He made us sound alright.
Even without string.
Now finally, we'll wrap this up with my brother already ruined it. I didn't even see what I've written. Every band needs a tagline or catchphrase, something that basically they get to sign off with, be it on stage or an interview and so on. We've normally no idea how many times we've had an awkward Bloodstock interview where it's been like, okay, let's wrap this up, and the band's gone, So, how would White Raven Down sign off?
Well, we do have a tagline.
We do.
And
it is what is printed everywhere.
it is. It's join the conspiracy.
Join the conspiracy. Okay.
Do we need to explain that?
Yeah, I was about to say, why join the conspiracy?
Well, we looked into, because you have a murder of crows, and then we wanted to find out what the plural was for ravens, and it turns out it's conspiracy.
Yeah.
And having our fans being our conspiracy means that it's our conspiracy of ravens.
Fantastic.
So everyone's joining our conspiracy, hopefully.